Hey everyone, it's Podpocalypse. Today we have a new kind of video. We're going to knock out 3 topics in one little blog style. We're going to talk about the VE35, the VE33. We're also going to talk about the VX40. I ran it this weekend with my family. Got some good things to say about it, got some bad things to say about it. And then last but not least, the third topic that we'll be talking about is the third topic, last but not least, we're going to talk about the upgrade I did for my air pressure in my tires. I got rid of Bridgestone ultra heavy duty 4 or 6 millimeter, whatever they are, they're super thick tubes. We are now running the NewTek Nitro Mousse Bibs front and rear. We're rocking the pink, we're rocking the orange, we're a little dirty. Let's get to it. First topic, the VEs. So the IRC VE33, this rear tire, give you a little peek-see here. This has about 30 hours on it. So the reason I ended up opting to swap this one out is despite the wear pattern being completely amazing, this is amazing. I roosted the living daylights out of this tire and it still has every single knob and there's just a mild amount of rounding going on. This is an amazing budget tire. If you want to run your tire for 50 hours and not worry about it, maybe even like 80 hours, I don't know how long this thing would actually last, but it is extremely impressive. Does kind of drop off a cliff like all tires of this hardness. It's got a rather thick compound running the center knob. Gets a little washy in the back. It'll go places. Super impressed with it. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a master of nothing. It's a jack of all trades. This is a great trail tire. I don't have anything else to say about it. And it's cheap. I like this more than the Tusk T35 and T45 by a long mile. Next on the list for the set of VEs is the VE35. Give a little look-see here. I did not need to take this one off, but I like to do tire reviews. This thing still looks almost brand new. Very nice tire. Not a single knob missing, no tears, no cracks. This tire's a weird one. This is my favorite tire of all time so far on hardpack. Because of all the knobs, we already kind of expected this. Doesn't do that great in sand or clay, and there was a lot of that here in southern Utah. I don't know if I would run this again in the dry season, but if it gets a little bit wet or anything like that, and then the clay dries, and we're on hardpack again, I think this might be my go-to tire. It is so comfortable, totally awesome tire. Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none. It's not going to be the best at anything, but you can just take it anywhere and deal with it. Very impressed with this tire. Could have ran it for another 30 hours probably, which is kind of nuts. This one also has 30 hours on it, so strong recommend for this one as well. So for the VE35 front, 8.5 out of 10. The weakness is the soft stuff, like it everywhere else. For the VE33 back, also an 8.5 out of 10. It's just kind of good everywhere, and the longevity is nuts. Other people have said that the VE33 isn't the best tire, but it lasts forever. So I don't think I'm alone in that department, but if you want a tire that you don't have to change very often, it's affordable and it lasts a long time. I don't know what else to say. All right, roll on over here with me. We're gonna take a look at the VX40s. So we got our 120 on the back here, slightly wider than the 110s. We do give up a bit of verticality with the 120s, but I like the wider footprint. I don't know how to describe these actually. It's kind of like a MX tire wannabe. Super stiff knobs. However, on the outside, they got the kind of Dunlopy castle block design. When I first saw this tire, I didn't know what to make of it, but it's meant to be an intermediate tire. Got kind of an intermediate compound. Makes sense, right? So it'll handle the hardpack pretty well. It's been on a lot of hardpack. So my family was in town. We went riding every single day for basically 4 or 5 days in a row, and this is the result. There are some concerns. I don't even know how many hours on this. Somewhere between 10 and 15. We do have some chunking going on, which I'm assuming is from the hardpack heating it up and then just shearing it off eventually when I hit a rock or something. So we got 1 or 2, but other than that, this thing was roosted as well, doing some uphill climbs, lots of lava rock, and it held up. I will say, if you're doing any kind of cornering stuff going on 2-track or single track, and there's any layer of sediment or soft crap on top, these tend to roll a little. Very obvious that the tire is just on the surface going wee off to the side. I think that's just because of the intermediate compound. I like this tire. It's not the best, it's not the worst. The X40, I don't know. I think I liked the M5B Evo a little bit more, and I think I liked the VE33 a little bit more. This does have mixed reviews. Whenever you go to research this tire, it'll have, 3.5 to 4 out of 5 stars wherever you look. The rolly feature is probably why, and the fact that the compound doesn't pick anything to master. And it's honestly, it's advertised as an intermediate tire, but some of the other tires that are for soft terrain feel better. So I don't know. It seems to be jack of no trades, kind of mediocre at everything. So That's my opinion on that tire so far. Don't know if I would run it again, but the durability, if you check it out, it's lasting quite a while. I think this will have similar longevity to the VE33. All right, onto the front. I don't know what this is more similar to. Maybe like one of the Max Cross tires where it's got the sideways lugs and then it's got your typical soft terrain lugs in the middle. Durability looks good. I don't have too much to say about the front tire. I would say it did not do very well in soft conditions for being an intermediate tire. This is just me, maybe placebo talking out of my butt, not sure, but I feel like the soft design in the middle competes with this kind of hard pack design on the outside. You know, you can see they got the shapes to dig into the terrain a little bit more for hard pack that you typically see on some of the hard pack tires that I've ridden. It feels a little wishy-washy in soft terrain. Even the M5B Evo I think was better than this. So with that out of the way, I'd say 7 out of 10 for both. The 4 out of 5 rating on all of these websites, that's what Rocky Mountain has. That's what I think their website has a low rating for it. Yeah, they're not the best tires. They're a little weird. I don't really know what they're trying to accomplish with it. Feel free to leave a comment on the VX40 if you love it or hate it and why. Okay, last but not least, we're spinning. We got the New Tech 305, and I believe that's the New Tech 220, so those are the models. So we have the Enduro pressure here, which it's either 6 to 8 or 8 to 10. I'm not really sure. It honestly feels like about 8. And then on the front, we have the standard 10 to 12 pressure. It is softened up a bit, and we'll talk about that first. At least for these New Tech ones, they took quite a while to soften up. They are rock hard when they come out of the box. I know what you're thinking. The front was particularly stiff. You can feel every single corrugation on planet Earth. However, now they're pretty good. The only drawback is it takes certain situations with speed and momentum and your balance and whatnot, but you can feel that they're not balanced anymore like a tube. It's a really weird feeling. You're only going to notice it if you have a ton of hours on a bike and if you go pretty fast. That is the only thing I've noticed, especially the back. The back will get a little wobbly sometimes. So that's the only con I can think of. Pros, not having to check my air pressure every time I go out, just like when I got rid of my air forks. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. While we're on that topic, if you buy these and want to install them, make sure to get the little grommet rubber rim insert thing for where the air valve would normally be. So this keeps dirt out. When you install these, they're messy as crap. The gel is very annoying to put on, but not a deal breaker. And yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there with the Mousse Bibs. Yeah, the performance I would say goes down a tiny bit compared to the tubes. You're not going anywhere with a flat, and I ride alone a lot. So now that I don't have to worry about flats, I have to be totally honest. I was scared of the price. I think that's what everybody is usually bummed out about. They're like, oh, I'm going to spend $300. You really are paying for a peace of mind. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. If you have any comments on Mousse Bibs, different brands to try out. So I'm going to run these for a while because they're expensive. But if there's a different brand, if you could explain why it's better, the longevity or I don't know. I don't really know much about bibs. Should I keep running New Tech? Should I not? I don't know. Okay, everyone, that's a wrap on those 3 topics for today. I love trying out new tires. I was recommended these in one of my videos, so thank you to whoever gave me that comment. Growing my arsenal of knowledge in terms of tires and which one I prefer for Southern Utah desert style riding. So if you're interested in high desert tire performance, check out some of my other videos, and until next time,